We live in a matrix, and once we took the red pill, we cannot go back. This is my secret to consistency and doing all habits without quitting. So if you watched the movie The Matrix, you may remember that the main character had to choose between the red pill and the blue pill. Red pill was a pill that showed him the truth of the world. So he would see the truth, like the real world, but then there's no going back. And the blue pill was, continuing living in the illusion. So how it relates to our world, like not movie world, right? I won't do any conspiracy theories that we are living in the matrix and, our bodies are just an illusion and our real bodies are just, out there making some power for robots or stuff. I'm not gonna talk about this. What I mean by living in matrix is that we have this self-improvement thing here, right? So we are red pilled. I'm not talking about dating here. I'm just using the matrix analogy. We are in the red pill because we know that basically, scrolling all day, watching some, random short form content or, being unproductive, hanging out, like drinking and, things like that are bad, and that basically the right way, the right path to go in life is to do this self-improvement thing. So, go for a walk in the morning, meditate, read books, all this stuff. So this is what I call blue pill versus red pill in the real life. So what I mean by there's no going back is that basically once you started the self-improvement thing, right? So you started all of those good habits that we were talking about, you kind of changed your mindset about living, right? You want to live in a certain way and not basically, just spend your life out there partying in your university and then going to 9-to-5 job that you hate. You want something more from life. You want to build your dream aesthetic physique. You want to go out there and meet some people. You want to travel. You want to, be free and work from your laptop. You want to, be healthy, live in health until you're old. So this is the way you want your life to look. You know how to make it happen, right? You know that you have to, study a lot. I mean, not in the school, but some books. You have to learn a lot. You have to take care of your health. You have to go to the gym even though you don't feel like it. You have to read books. You have to, step out of your comfort zone, cold approach some people and stuff. But this is hard. But this is those are the things that you have to do in order to achieve your dream lifestyle. So just think about it. There is no going back, right? There is no going back. Because, for example, let's imagine if you stopped all of those good habits and you would like to be back at, playing video games, just, laying in your bed and stuff. Just imagine, right? Would you be able to, I'm not talking about just, would you be able to sit and play video games? I'm talking about your, mental image. Wouldn't you be anxious or maybe insecure that that there is something more in life than playing video games and staying up late, but still you're doing that. But in the back of your mind, you still know that something is missing, that you can get something more from life and you're not doing so. Even before I started self-improvement, I started to learn Japanese. I'm learning Japanese, I'm still doing that to this day. It's been a couple of years now. But what I wanted to say is that I started this spaced repetition system for learning their writing system, right? It's really complicated. I mean, not might be complicated, but you have to know 2,000 to 3,000 of different characters in order to just read. So I found a way to basically learn it, but it was kind of, easy, but it required me to sit 2 times a day in front of my computer for 30 minutes and review all of those characters that I learned, right? So this was basically the best way to do it. No other way was better, but it was hard, right? So then even if thoughts of quitting came to my mind, I always thought that, okay, so let's say I quit. And now what? I always used to say this. And now what? Am I done? Do I want to, not learn kanji anymore? Kanji are those characters, right? So I asked myself, now what? I'm stopping, I'm not learning Japanese anymore. Of course, I want to. So there's no other way for me to learn the kanji, right? Because the system is great and it works. So me quitting equals like me quitting learning Japanese at all. So why do this? So now what after I quit? So I've never quit. I'm still doing the reviews to this day, and it's been 3 years since then, right? It's the same for the gym, because I remember when I was buying my gym equipment, because I'm training here at home because I live quite far from city, especially I now have car, but I didn't used to have car. So I was buying my gym equipment, and I remember my parents were kind of skeptical because they were thinking like, oh my god, you will buy it, you will exercise for a week or two and then you will forget about it, right? But no, because to this day still, it's been like 3 years, and since then I'm exercising like 3, 4, up to 4 times a week, right? And I'm doing that consistently because I just wonder, if I quit like weightlifting, if I quit fitness, then what? I will just, sit on my couch and, watch Netflix or lay in my bed and watch some social media. I won't, because I know the truth. I know how life works, and I know that fitness basically gets you where you want to be. You have to get your like dream physique, and those are the things you want to achieve. So why stop exercising in first place, right? So I always ask it when I want to quit. Then I ask, if I quit, then what? Am I done? Like, this is it, right? So once you know the truth about life, once you know there are other things basically to do in order to, make your life better, you cannot ignore them. You cannot ignore the thoughts that you could do some better habits, or you could do better at certain things, because this is the way you already experience life. You know that this is the life, and the life is not sitting there playing video games. Because, I remember that back in like 2021, 2022, I used to, especially in my summer holidays, I remember I was waking up pretty early, let's say, like 9, 10 p.m. I was instantly getting on my PC with my friends on Discord, and we were playing Minecraft till like 12 or 1 p.m. And then we just were going out with each other, having fun outside in the real world. And then once we came back at like, 8, 9 p.m., we're back at the computer playing Minecraft server, like survival or stuff. So this was really fun. I mean, the memories of it are great, because this was like really fun. This was like peak summer experience when I think about my childhood, right? But for example, let's say if I tried it today, I mean, this week, let's say, or this month, that every day I would just not wake up and do some productive stuff like recording this video, or meditating, reading books, or even like waking up with an alarm, because I'm there are summer holidays, but I'm waking up with an alarm because I don't want to oversleep. I just get this 8 to 9 hours of sleep per night, and I'm complacent with that. But if I set the alarm off, I woke up at natural like 9, 10 a.m. and then sat straight to my PC, played some games, and then went out, and I would probably have fun in terms of social life, because it will be social, but every other way, I mean, fitness and like fulfillment and the sense of purpose and sense of like everything, but basically sense of achievement, it would diminish, right? Because I would just be another like video gamer who just sits in front of the PC, plays games, and this is all he does, right? So if you ever thought about quitting, I will let you know that you won't do it, because you can quit. You can say that, oh my god, the self-improvement stuff is scam, I won't do gym anymore, or stuff. Of course, if you're like you will decide to become a pro fighter, then go ahead, do not go gym, but go for your fight classes and stuff. But when you want to quit regular like self-improvement things and doing good habits, you want, because you will always at the back of your mind have this idea that there is a real world, or the real values, or the real like habits and things you should do, and not the socially normalized being unhealthy-ish habits and things to do, right? So let me know if it resonates with you, because I found this idea really interesting and it really works for me. So thank you for watching this, and see you guys.